Hey everybody, I'm doing a little project today. Trying to get ready for SHGF type thing. As many of you may not know, that everything in my home is electric, which I love, except for my heating stove next to me down here, which is a space heater. It's propane. And a few times recently we've had our power go off, one time for 7 days and the next time for 4 days, I think it was, and I start losing everything in the freezers, and I just wanted to have a backup, so that I could cook, so what I'm going to do. And please understand, I don't want any comments about you should have did this or you should have did that, you should have did it this way, you should have did it that way. Okay, I'm on a limited budget here. It's like no budget, and an extremely strict budget, put it that way. So I have to do what I can do with what I have. I recently purchased from Habitat for Humanity propane insert type stuff. If you guys watched my other video where I went thrifting and stuff, and I went to the Habitat for Humanity store, well, I looked at a white one there and was going to get that, but they had some things missing with it. Then I saw a black electric one that was laying there, and I lifted it up, and lo and behold, underneath there was a really nice black Maytag gas stove. Now, it was a natural gas stove, but I was lucky on this deal. It came with the manuals, which doesn't usually happen, and it came with the orifices to change it over to propane. And I don't know how many of you know what that is, but it's a little brass part that's at the base of each burner. Now this one doesn't have one for an oven because it's a countertop type stove, but I'm putting it in an antique table, as you will soon see. And you have to switch those around to use propane, which I've already done. But let me get those and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, in this little bag are these little brass parts. They're little bitty things, little bitty brass thing. Well, let me get one out here so you can probably see it better. And it was set up for natural gas, but I don't have natural gas. So what you do, it takes a 7mm wrench usually. It's got a little hole in it, and the bigger the hole is for natural gas, and the smaller holes are for propane. Well, this is an extra, looks like a propane one here, because there was one in the bag for an oven, because you got to change it on the oven too if your stove has an oven. But like I said, mine's countertop doesn't have an oven. And I could have went that way, but I didn't need an oven really. Yeah, I'll get this put back in the bag. I'm not a professional at this. I'm just doing, what I can do. And on the regulator of the stove, let me turn you around. Whee! Okay. Down here, I'll zoom it in a little bit. On this part, let's see, am I close enough? Too close, actually. You can see right there is the regulator. Inside this little cap here, there's a little adjuster-like thing. And what you do is you take this cap off. For my model, every model's going to be different. And you flip it over, turn it upside down, put it back in for propane. And that I've done that already. So hopefully it's focusing. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Why is it not focusing? Okay, anyways, in this part of it right here. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to get you back out where you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the stove off of the table here. And with my yardstick, this is all I really need. This was in my house when I moved in here. It's a metal yardstick. I really like it. I got to measure out what size to cut my hole. Now, if you can see this mark, let me turn my screen around so I can see. Right here in the table, I pre-marked. Oh, you're now still not able to see. You can see right here in the table, I made a mark. But then I decided if I cut over it to make it fit, at this end of the table, I'm going to cut right into the legs here. And I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is move it over about, maybe about a half an inch to an inch on this side of the line to leave the table a little longer, because this is the side everybody's going to see. But on the other side of the table, which I also have to cut off, which, let's see, I'll have to zoom out so you can see that part. You can't see the line, but down here where I am, if you can see me, I don't know. Anyway, I got a line drawn down here for a section I got to remove. I'm going to cut the extra that I would normally cut off this end off of the other end instead, down here. Because on the far side, it butts up to a cupboard. And it's gonna, might even be slightly go under the cupboard edge just a little bit. And I'd rather have it shorter on that end where it's gonna be hidden is to have this nice rounded edge, you know, all cut up here. It's gonna be cut up anyway, but have it show where it's too short, like to fit the table. This is an antique table. It's going to be painted and, you know, all of that stuff eventually down the road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my yardstick and move it over about an inch, because I have to take some off this end. I don't want to, but I have to, in order to make it fit by the door, because there ain't enough length on this side to get it all off. Because then it'll make it too short and cut into the leg on that side too, and I don't want to do that. So, I'm going to do the best I can. And I am not a professional at this, like I said, but I'm going to do the best I can. Yeah, move it over. Let's see. I got about 1.5 inches, I think. No. 2.5, no, 2 3/4. No, yeah, almost, no. Yeah, right about in there. Almost half. where it's right up against the leg, so I don't want it right up against it. Yeah, so I'll take about, leave about an inch there that I plan to cut off. And this doesn't have to be perfect. Yes, I should move it around. Well, maybe I will. Mark it over here too. What was that over here? I don't want it right to it, so yeah, if I do 2 inches, then I'll be enough. What did I have it here? Was it 2 inches? Yeah, almost. If my mark will even show up. Oh, actually, about the width of the, well, the yardstick would be enough. I'll be right back. I gotta figure this out better. Because I have to allow for the inside of the legs and everything. And what I'll do is I'll either make my stove work or I'll screw it up really bad. Oh boy, I'm not sure about this, but I'm trying. I measured out how big this is and everything. So I can take this off and measure up my hole, where my hole's going to be at inside. I got the ends marked and moved it out to allow for the leg and everything. I hope I did it enough. And close it in on this side a little bit. Hopefully I'll miss the legs on both sides. I may have to cut right on the leg when I get up done if it won't fit. See, it's going over there by the other door. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. That door over there, it goes on the other side of it by the light switches there. Over there, where the toaster oven and the microwave are and that stand and stuff, that's all going to be moved out of there. And this is going in this table, and the table going over there. And this is oak, a nice oak table, and I got that because I want something to be able to hold my canners up and everything, because they're heavy when they're loaded, and I do at least 2 at a time. So I want to be able to use it. Yeah. So I'll bring you back when I get this all moved and start sawing away, either making it something nice or destroying it. Okay, I've got it all marked out on the table. Now I'm just gonna cut the ends off and then get my jigsaw ready to cut the center out. I'll show you what I got so far. And I don't know if this is going to work. I hope I'm not just going to destroy my table. But that's all I can do. Can you see it? Anyway. Gotta adjust my saw blade so I don't cut too deep, because I got stuff under here. Should remember how to do this now. It's been a while since I adjusted this. Oh, right here. Duh. And put my battery in. I just want to go through the wood. I don't want to go through deeper, you know. deep enough. That's it. That ought to do. I love cordless tools. What's going on? This is going to be noisy. And it's kind of in a hard place. I don't have a whole lot of room here to do this. I'm sorry for the noise. There we go. Ooh, and it didn't splinter it up all really bad and everything like I thought it was going to do. Whew. Yay, that part. Do the same thing here. And oh, I threw wood shavings all over the place. Oh, well. Yeah, that's done. Okay. Yeah, the top on this table was made out of boards. Probably old pallets or something, but it's hardwood. Oh, antique. Got that part done. I'm sorry about the noise. And I have sawdust everywhere. But I don't have a shop to do this stuff. Got to do it here or outside. It's a little chilly outside. Okay, I'll be back. Well, I got the hole cut now. Now we just got to get the wood out of here. It's still attached someplace. I didn't exactly do the world's greatest cut to the either. I'm not someone that does this stuff for a living. Not well, that piece, some piece came out. It wants to. It's still attached somewhere. I'll come back when I get this all done. Hopefully it's the right size. Okay, as you can see, I got the hole cut out, but there's a lot more, because it used to have drawers in it on the side here, and it's got a support here in the center. That's got to come out, and that, but there's the basic hole. I got to do some screwing it down here, because this table was made out of tongue and groove flooring on the top, hardwood. So I got to do some trim up this is going to be noisy. Cut up some of the square here. I got some wood hanging down here that I got to cut off. There we go. And I know I'm going to have to shave up the hole and stuff, you know, every here and there because it's not perfectly straight. But I did what I could do. I got to take this out of here, the center thing, because I need 4 inches, 4 to 5 inches, I believe, where the stove sits into the top here. So this is up too high, it's in the way. And I won't need it anyway because this is all, there's other strips in here too where the drawers were. And they're coming out. I'm going to take the fronts off the drawers and stick them over the holes here where they were. So it looks like they're still there, but they'll be fake. Either that or turn the table around because there's no openings in the back. But I do like the front of it. I know. I hate destroying an antique table, but I'm trying to give it a new life for something else. They used to have a vise mounted here, and I cut part of that out. But there's one hole here yet, here, and here. Somebody plugged this one with a dowel. But eventually, I want to paint it all. I don't know. Maybe the top black. Could be in the stove's black, I'm not sure. And the hole isn't centered, okay? It's skinnier on this side than on this side. But this side, I purposely did that because I wanted to have a little place to sit like spices and spoons and things like that, you know? That idea. Or I could be lying and saying that to cover up my mistake. No. I really ain't. Now, I think that's as far as I'm going to go tonight, and I got to clean up all the sawdust that flew everywhere. So, I'll see you again on the next part. I'm going to take these over and tell you something about my table. If I can get, okay, or not my table. It's on the big tripod yet. On this stove, it's a Maytag, but this burner right here, I hope I'm on screen, I can't tell. I could not get the screws out to change the orifice in there. But the orifice things I was talking about are way down, see that little brass thing, maybe you can't see it, down in the hole there. Takes a 7mm wrench, but on this stove you got to take this whole plate off, take that screw out, and the one down here to get to it. So this is still set for natural gas, so I won't be using that burner. But I've got this one, which is a full-size burner. Then this smaller, like a warmer burner. And another full-size over here that all will work, because I've already changed the orifices. And then when I get it hooked up, I don't know if I'll have to, but you take these rubber things out, and there's an adjuster down in there for adjusting the height of the flame and everything. And only if I have to do that. And then you put these back. It's a Maytag, very nice shape. It's a little dirty, but that don't bother me. Okay, I'll go around this side now. Here's the grates to it. It's nice cast iron grates. And the knobs, they're all there and everything. And the burner plates. All of that. Just wanted to show you that. Hello, this is the next day. I brought the table over where I thought it would be easier to, you know, let you guys see what I'm doing. Got the hole cut out, and I know it's a little bit not perfectly straight right here, but I want to remove these things here And these will be fine. The lower ones here, those will be fine, I think. And I have to trim a little bit off of this bracket, and I hope to God it's not glued down. Probably will be, because this is made pretty well. And then I can try fitting the stove in here. And I'm going to be sitting here in my chair. And this is the next day, by the way. I'm going to start doing this from the sitting down here, and I'll be using my vibrator saw, whatever you call this thing. I forget the proper name for it now. But I've got to take these out of here. And hopefully I can do it pretty easily. At least some of it. One down. And this one might be a little more difficult. I don't know. And then I hope this works for what I want to do with it for my stove after all this effort. There we go. 2 down. And I've got to take some off of here. But this is tongue and groove flooring that they put together, and it looks like they glued it. I'm hoping I can get in the right spot and pop it apart. At least take it down. I don't know if you can see. To right about in here, in this level area somewhere. I may have to give it an attitude adjustment with the hammer, I don't know. See, bust it loose. If not, we'll have to cut it out, and that'll be a long process. And it's got, I do believe it's going to nail up in here. Yeah, that nearly hold a whole lot, so I don't want to. Yeah, it's just like a little brad or something holding it there. I don't know if you can see this. I don't think you can. But right in across this way and over, I thought I could see it. You can see the line. You know how tongue and groove flooring has a groove that hooks into a slot? That's what it is right here on the side that you can't see, because this is in the way. If I can get that to separate a little bit, then I won't have to do a lot of cutting. And I'm going to try. I know this is going to be loud, and I can't really help it. There. Cut a little slit in there. I'm going to have to glue this piece on here. Pop this apart. See, I'm sitting because I can't stand and do all this. It's too hard on my back. She's starting to crack, but not enough. I think I'm going to have to go get the persuader. My grandfather's persuader. So you can see a little bit on here. Can you see the groove in there? And then on this side it's smooth. See the groove and then smooth here. Well, what they've done is this one don't have any grooves on it. But normally there's this slot that goes in like this, and then a slot that sticks out, and they lock together. That's what they did here. It's like they made it out of flooring or something. Way back when. But it's all nice hardwood and everything, which I like. Because it's going to be holding a lot of weight. Not with just the stove in it, but when I get my canners on it and stuff. I mean, it's very solid. Well, now I'll go get the persuader. I will be right back. Okay, I went and got the persuader. And I whacked it a couple of times. I don't know if you can see. Get my head out of there. I got the camera so close that, but right in here, it's starting to come apart. Right in there. And I want to take that right off. And it'll pretty much have it down to the level of this one. And this one over here. There's two of these, one on each side. And this top half of this needs to come out. Maybe a little more, I don't know, we'll see. I'll be right back because I'm going to have to do some sawing and stuff and spare you all the noise. Excuse me. Is that playing or paused? Okay. I'm back. I got the piece out of the center here. And now I'm going to try bringing over the stovetop and try fitting it in there. I know it's not going to fit because gotta do some more fitting in there. Let me lower this down a little bit so you can see better, maybe. Okay, now there's going to be a lot of noise probably. I'm going to go out and get the topper and try it in here. I know it's not going to fit. So, don't be expecting a miracle. I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't think so. Because this corner block needs to be trimmed. It sticks out a little bit. This one does too, but I don't think that one will be as much of a problem as this one. And right here, well, let's just say I cut crooked. So I don't expect it to fit right off the bat, but we'll see. Okay. Here we go. I gotta work my gas line in there. Oh, that's pretty darn close. Oh yeah, my cord, I gotta get that out of it. Yeah. That's gonna go down in there too, so. Yeah, that in here. Let's see how much damage I gotta do here. Yeah, it's sitting right on that corner back there, which ain't allowing it to go back far enough that way. So it's just a smidge, it's just sitting right on the edge there. So when I figure out what I'm going to use to cut that with when I don't have tools, it should go right in there. Because that's holding it out right now. Yeah. And I know I'm going to have to try to persuade it a little over this way. Yeah. And this edge I was saying that I might have to cut some more. It is. I do got just a hair off of it. Just enough to get it to clear. And then it will go in there. I'm making my dog nervous. You can probably hear her nails clicking on the floor. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, everything is, woo! It goes in if I move it past the hole a little bit. It is so close. So close. Oh. Yeah, I can almost take it a little bit more in the front off this way, because it is. Let me see if I can zoom. I probably can't because I'm too far away, but I'll try. No. I have to take the camera and move it back further in order for me to zoom in. Right here. So you can see over here is the hole, and it's just not even a half inch, just a little bit in this corner. But that can be doing that because of this side over here. But it actually looks the same distance on this corner. And it's not supposed to be. I cut the hole the size of what this is supposed to be. Huh. Well, it's always better to have it too small than to where you can, I mean too big, where you can trim it a little bit, than to have it, you know what I mean. The hole too small where you can cut it a little bit bigger than have it too big where it goes, keeps right on going. Oh.